morning, everybody. Welcome to Western North Dakota. Shaping up to be a nice day. Welcome to the Geese in Flight. We could be going into a polar vortex this week. They're calling for negative 30 plus. So we'll just see what happens. So far, everything has been good. Doesn't look like we get into anything until we get to the western half of Montana, but anything can happen. Let's get another week started. Happy Sunday. a circle. Neat little town. We've got 1210 local, 110 central. Truck's still reading 14, but when I Google it, it says that it's like 9 degrees here, so let's just say it's not negative temps. That's always a good thing. There's a little bit of a breeze, not too shabby. It's saying on their sign there in that CarQuest, it said 25 degrees, but I don't know about that. But hello, hello, officer. That is the police station here, sheriff station here in Circle. Leave the squad car running when you get into these types of temperatures. Alright, everybody. Let's continue on. Let's see if we can't make Jordan. We've got 1 hour and 1 minute to drive, and we've got like 65 miles to go. Let's get it. Sitting here in our Jordan, sitting in our normal parking spot. So how's everybody doing? Knocked off a little bit of snow. Got a little bit, not a lot. Got some. Got the heater running. It's about 14 degrees. This is what I was talking about. I'm not sponsored by this FPPF, but this product is like it's like putting heat in your gas. It takes the moisture. It doesn't replace additive for it only takes the moisture out of your fuel. It doesn't prevent your fuel from sludging up. So you still got to put an additive in, but at least it'll dry it out. It'll take some of the moisture out, kind of like your gas. You get condensation. You know it when you look at your tailpipe and you got water running out your tailpipe. That usually means you should run a can of that heat in your gasoline. Well, we have our own product for diesel fuel that'll dry out the moisture in our fuel. So, but yes, we are here. We're getting ready for, well, we won't be able to watch the football game tonight. I'm hoping for my Vikings to win. Either way, if they don't win, they're still in the playoffs. It's just a longer road to get to the Super Bowl if they can make that. But anyway, enough of that. But yes, it's 14 degrees here, somewhere between 13 and 15 degrees here in Jordan. And yes, some things just don't change. Just saying. I mean, as long as there's no real wind, it's not really all that bad. So, but we're gonna roll it up. We're gonna get inside. We're gonna get a little dinner cooking. I don't know. I might not fix dinner. I was a little hungry today, and I decided to eat a full bag of jerky meat that I made up at home. Which I cut up jerky, I thinly sliced it. I dehydrated on my food dehydrator, and all I do is season it with Redmond's Real Salt. It's 4 layers on my dehydrator, and it I go about 7 hours. They say 6, but I go 7. That way it's extra crunchy. And I do 2 of those, 2 different sets of 7 hours, and which is 2 1-gallon bags each. So I ate a gallon bag of jerky meat, which is probably the equivalent of about at least 4 pounds of steak today in jerky. So, and I have some leftover hamburger and some eggs, so from my dinner yesterday that I wasn't able to finish. So let's get inside here. Fingers are getting a little bit chilly. Put you guys up in the holder. Want to say thank you for all the new subscribers, so you can see who I am. It's a little warm in here. We have the truck idling, obviously, well, before we bed down for the night. Plus, I've sat here for almost a little over an hour, and what I didn't show you, part of the reason is I'm the only tracks here, so I sat in my spot for about a half hour, and when I went to roll forward, because our tires are so hot from driving, that if you don't roll backwards and forwards to cool your tires down before you just park, your tires will actually sink in the snow and the ice. So you have to roll backwards and forwards a few times. Well, I'd rolled forward and backwards once. I went to go do it a second time, and I ended up somehow the back end was kind of, there's a pile of gravel behind me. Well, I guess it sinks back, or it slopes backwards. So I had to lock my differentials in and just slowly creep it. It was wanting to, but that's why you do that before you just bed down, because you certainly don't want to do that at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're ready to hit the road. So, but yeah, so that's why you kind of roll backwards and forwards a few times, just to make your own tire tracks, plus to cool the tires down on the trailer, on the truck. Because we were able to accomplish 700, I think 700, what did I write down? It's like 760 or something like that. 766 is what it is from our yard in Afton, Minnesota, over here to Jordan. It's kind of weird. My electronic logs says that I drove 770, but the odometer on my truck says I drove 766. So there's like a 4 mile. I don't know why they're not lined up. I've never figured that one out. Nobody can give me a straight answer. So, but anyway, we've run this a little bit long. We're gonna just kind of chill out and just call it a day. I want to thank you for the new subscribers that are coming along. I hope I don't disappoint. This just kind of a family thing, and we just travel around the U.S. and it's nothing to write home about. I mean, it's not like some of the channels, like Mike over there on Life on 18 Wheels. A lot of it's because I'm not allowed to show what I haul. Our customers plus my company has requested me not to show what's in the box back there. Not that it's high tech or anything, but it's proprietary. It's some of the customers that we go to are I don't want to say high end, but they serve a purpose across our country. So even though I don't directly haul Amazon, I affect Amazon with what we haul. Even though I don't do things in the military, we affect what happens in the military. It's kind of a weird thing. So our customer that we haul for does a lot of different things across the U.S. So I've been requested not to show our customers and or show what's inside the box. So that's why, like Mike, he can go in and around the refineries and different things that he's doing. I'm not at that liberty to be able to do that. My customer and also my company has asked me not to. So basically all I can show is what's going down the highway, pick little things here and there, show a snowstorm or two or a blizzard or something, or every now and then I'm hoping that I can catch. And 2 weeks ago I came through here and I wasn't videoing, but there was a herd of elk out in the field. There was probably somewhere between 8 and 10 of them sitting out there. And what caught my eye was there was a car just parked in the middle of the road, stopped to video and photo, and because I mean it's just not something you see every day. A herd of elk sitting in the middle of a farm field or just an empty field, just standing there looking at you like in the wild. Plus, I've driven up on some really nice eagles, taking care of some road debris. Let's just call it that. Those things are huge when they're standing on the ground. So I've not been able to catch any of that because you come around a bend or you come over the top or whatever, and you starting to burn up in this thing. A little hot. So by the time you see it, you can't grab your camera and you can't video it too quickly. It's not safe to do that, and I don't have cameras just set up all over the place because this is a small channel. We communicate amongst the commenters, so like if you like, share, all that stuff and leave a comment, you might get somebody leaving a comment on your comment. It's kind of a family thing, so in a good way. So on that, my friends, God bless. Love you guys, Lord willing. We're hoping for good weather tomorrow. I continue to choose 200 because when I got off of 94 down there in Glendive, they only had one lane on the interstate. It was one lane, which basically it's a single lane anyway. But as I came north up into Circle, Montana, the road started to open up, and relatively speaking, until I got about 4 or 5 miles from here, the roads have been very travelable. They've got plenty of dirt on the road, so traveling on this shouldn't be an issue. So as long as we don't have any overnight, but we are headed into a polar vortex, so that's not something I see every day. I don't know what he's doing. Another truck, but I'll leave it what I think of it. There's certain drivers out here that are we call them flip-flop drivers. Just that. I may wear shorts, but I actually wear shoes. And I have a pair of leather boots if I have to throw on leather hiking. I've got Sorels for snow boots, plus I have a steel toe. Well, they're not steel-toed, but they're what do you call it? It's not the steel, it's that carbon fiber. Because when you live in cold country, last thing you want over the top of your toes when you're sitting in 20, 30 below or 10 below or even 5 or 10 below, you don't want steel over the top of your toes, whether you got insulated socks or not. That's what we call no bueno. So this is the longest I've chatted. I apologize. Don't normally chat this long. If you like, at the end of the video, after the photos, I've got a few photos, not a lot, but some. I got a little bonus footage of just me and my boys hanging out. My fur babies, they absolutely enjoyed having me home for a couple of days, and they enjoyed it. So I'll throw a little bit of that at the end, a little bonus on that. On that, God bless. Love you guys. Welcome to 19. Wow. 2025. Stay alive. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Love you. God bless. Lord willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Toys. All these toys. Yeah, toys. For Tank, Dakota, and Benny. These are their new New Year's toys. The little Elmos that squeak. They rip the stuffing out of them. Huh, boys? Thursday morning. You guys are so funny. It's Friday morning, and it is a 3-dog day. My babies, they love Daddy being home.